Well, first of all, we knew that this guy was going to be stingy. He was stingy on us last time. So our biggest thing was to try to keep the game as close as we could. They got two on us in the first. And then Ott stood up from that point on and kind of shut the faucet off, and that really helped us. Our hitters, continued to grind and peck away at him, tried to get what we could off of him until we could finally break him. And once they made the bullpen change, we were able to break him. I thought, big part of the inning was the play when they got the leadoff triple, and Ott was able to leave that runner standing there. Jace made a really nice play at second base in that inning, and I thought that was very critical right there because we cut off the last potential run that they could have. And then I thought Plitt came in, did a great job to close out the end of the game. So I thought we played a good ball game, especially considering we knew this was going to be a close one. We had to grind it out. But anytime we got to grind something out, we got a bunch of grinders to do that.
I had to, usually with me, it takes me an inning or two to get my groove. I just had to find that groove, and once I found it, I settled in and just let my hitters take it from there. Huge. That was a big win for us. It's good to set that for the program, but like you said, we still got more games to go.
Chase, kind of similar question. Build this up, or is it just kind of one more link along the chain and go forward?
I mean, you can't just not think about it. That was one of our goals. Our goals were to win a conference championship, get to 50, and host a regional and get a chance to go to Omaha. And this is a huge step. 50 games. Winning 50 games is hard for any program, and it's something that we're going to enjoy for the rest of the day, but come tomorrow, it's over with. We're trying to get to 51 now.
Jason, I know for you guys, having a future like great, for a guy like Kyle, to come in, spot start, not a regular, but to contribute 2 runs, RBI, and sacrifice punches, what does that speak to really not only him, but the team as well?
That's who we are. They got guys on the bench. We got guys on the bench that could start and play a lot at almost any program in the country. And Clem had 2 knocks off this guy last time we played him, and I had total confidence in him as well as everyone else. Everyone knew he was going to get the job done. He's a good baseball player, and that's what he does. Well, like Coach Robe always tells our pitchers, you can't give anybody anything, and those guys gave us a lot of stuff today, and that's why we were able to put up 7 runs on them. That guy that was throwing is a good pitcher. We had a hard time with him last time. We knew it was going to be a fight coming in today, and we just weren't trying to be greedy. No one was going up there thinking, I got to get a hit right here. We're trying to find ways on base and find ways to get runs on the board. Yeah. That's good for us. We'll get back to the hotel, try and hydrate, get ready for tomorrow. It's going to be hot pretty much no matter what time of the day you play, but it's our type of weather. Whether it's 100 degrees or 30 degrees, we come out, we play the same baseball.
No, I see the rest is almost helpful to me. When I had those 3 weeks a while back, I came back throwing harder than I was at the beginning of the season. So I saw him more as helpful than anything. Just throwing strikes, at the beginning I was struggling to find the zone. I just had to find the zone and make them get themselves out from that point on.
Well, he had gotten a knock off him, earlier, but we needed some lefties to help us. We really wanted to try to get Greg in there, but we just felt the matchup was going to be better with another lefty in the lineup, and all our lefties did a great job today, all of them. And sinker ballers are tough, man, for right-handed hitters. They just are. 50% of the ball is already cut because you're throwing from down under. The ball's sinking onto their shoestrings. But lefties, they get a great view of it, a real good view of it. So we wanted another lefty in the lineup, and he had another great day for us, and was able to get that big squeeze down for us. So that's great. That's been good for us all year by having this bench. We can call on certain guys when we need them, and he did a great job today for us. We wanted to be patient. We didn't want him to use us against him or us against ourselves with being too aggressive. And we really want to just be patient and try to get some pitch counts up. We felt that if we could do that, that would be one great opportunity maybe to get to the bullpen. We felt their bullpen would be a weakness. So the hitters did a great job, but if you go out there swinging and he gets a 5-pitch inning and a 6-pitch inning, that guy might go all 9. Well, you know, on my side, on the pitching side, the one thing we do when I take trips to the mound, as I did with Austin the first inning, and I told him, I said, remember, these guys will score some runs. So all we've got to do is try to shut the faucet off, you know, and he went ahead and shut it off and didn't let it drip again. And when you do that, you know, these guys, they've got a potential to have an inning every inning. That's the greatest thing about these hitters. And we just felt if we could run his pitch count up and stay close, not let the game get away from us, because if we'd had to start swinging that, if Ott gives up 5 or 6 and we've got to start swinging at that stuff to get ourselves back in the ball game, he becomes way more effective. By being able to do what Austin did was slow the game down and keep us close, we were able to use our ground balls against him, because later, midway through, we had a hit and run on. See, that's a ground ball right there, double play. But we used the ground ball to our benefit by starting the runner, and then we had another ground ball with the runner, you know, 90 feet away, and he scored a run. So 2 ground balls really were in his benefit, but we benefited from them because of the hit and run and getting to third base on being able to tag up and get to third. And so the hitters did a great job of just staying the course, and then the pitchers and the defense balanced it, and we waited till we had an opportunity. Once we saw that bullpen open up, the hitters had a lot of confidence, because here's what happens. You know, you've been swinging at 50% less of the ball the whole game, because he cuts underneath us, cut the ball in half. So you only see the top half of the ball. That's why they induce so many ground balls. This guy hadn't given up a home run, I believe, all year, because it's hard to get under the ball on an underneather. And so as soon as that guy comes out of the game, the next guy better be Nolan Ryan, because the hitters are seeing the whole ball now. And so we felt that if we could finally get him out of the game, we'd have a chance. Well, you know, the big thing is that, you know, our biggest matchup is us. I thought we handled us well today, but you are correct. The last thing we needed to do is get dumped, and beating a team for the 13th time is not easy. I mean, we've beaten those guys 12 times in a row, and beating them for the 13th time is not an easy thing to do. So that's a big win for us, and then we can go back to the hotel, slow things down now, kind of get into the flow of the tournament, and get back out here. But I wouldn't have wanted to lose today and then turn back around and play at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's tough to do. I do believe we've got some grinders. I do believe we've got some guys that can grind this out if we do get in the losers bracket, but it's a lot better if we don't have to expend all that energy. Well, you know, the big thing for us is at the end of last season, you know, we ended up 43 and whatever. That was the code to our back door, you know, was 43 and 14, whatever our record was. And then we said, you know what, that's not good enough. So we changed the code to 50-14, which meant 50 wins in 2014. And they had to punch that every day. And that was our thing, was to bang that in their heads that we thought we could win 50, that we left some games on the table last year. So reaching that goal is important. We've got 2 of the goals already down, the conference championship, the 50 wins. Now we want this trophy. There's another piece of hardware, you know, lurking over here. We want to try to bring that one back with us, and then hopefully host the regional, and then get into the ultimate goal, you know, trying to get back to Omaha.